Yeah. What's good? It's B the G Shaw Cipher. You officially tune in to On the Grind Live, where we support anybody out there grinding in any capacity, any situation. Doesn't matter what it is. We just want to make sure that the people know that we here to support whatever they got going on. And you already know the mantra: if you see me, you see dope people. I'm gonna say that one more time. If you see me, you see dope people. Anything else is uncivilized. But this time we doing it for the ladies. So I got Jordyn Marlys. And I'm saying that right. Make sure
Marlys. Marlys.
Marlys. Yes, I can't forget the first name because your first name is the same name as my daughter. So I'm never
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
forget that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we officially live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. What's going on? How you been?
Hey, I've been good. I've been grinding. How have you been?
Doing pretty good.
Mhm.
Can't complain. Same thing, different day. You know what I'm saying? So
Right, right.
appreciate you taking the time out. Um, so let's last time we talked was on the radio Power 107.6 The Truth. It was a while back. I realized I ain't put up that interview, so we're gonna make sure we put that up too.
Okay.
But let the people know what you represent and where you from.
So I was born in Alexandria, Minnesota, but I
Okay.
grew up in Green Bay, Wisconsin. So I
Green Bay.
I was there most of my life from when I was like 6 till 18. So I kind of feel like I'm from there.
No, I feel you. I feel you. So are you a football fan, Green Bay Packers fan?
I'm a Vikings fan. See, I was born in Minnesota, so
Oh, that's right.
I stand by the
You
Vikings.
stand by that Vikings. Listen, I
Yeah.
can't be mad at you. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I stand by the New York Giants. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Yeah.
shout out to the
Home
Vikings.
team.
You,
Shout out
you
to
get
Vi.
what
They're
I'm
killing
saying?
it too. So I'm standing by them this year.
Yeah. You are you the type of fan that go out and get the jerseys of your favorite players?
Not really, no. I feel like I like to get a cute like purple outfit. Like I got cute purple leggings and like I'll make it look cute, but I don't wear jerseys.
You don't wear no jerseys. Nah, it's all good. It's
No.
all good. So when did you transition to Green Bay from, from Minnesota? Like talk about that transition.
Yeah, so it was like 2006. My dad's job just changed, so
Right.
I was only 6 years old. So it's like a little,
Oh, okay.
fuzzy.
Okay.
It's fuzzy because like I was so little, so I don't really
Yeah.
remember. But I
So
just
talk
remember moving here, and then I started school here, and
okay.
I mean, I wasn't in school before. I was like in preschool, so I didn't,
Oh, okay. So it was real
have-
young. Okay. So
yeah,
for most of your life you've been in Green Bay though.
yeah.
Well,
Most
how what was the life like growing up there?
it was nice. We live on a lake. It's very small town vibes. Like I went
Okay.
to a private school growing up, so we had like a class. Our grade was 18 people from when I was in kindergarten to like 8th grade.
Right.
And then I went to like the public high school, so it was a little bit bigger, but it was nice. I got a lot of family time. I have 3 older sisters, so
Cool.
grew up. We all water skied together, so we did competitive water skiing, and yeah, I feel like just a lot of good family memories.
So you competitive water skiing and all that, like, okay, that's dope. You know what I mean? I definitely like hearing that, you're versatile in the things that you do. How
Yeah.
did music come into play for you?
So it kind of like started when I was probably like 2nd grade. I think my mom put me in choir. Like
Okay.
I did children's choir at church, so I sang in church choir from like 2nd grade until high school. And then I think like 8th grade. No, probably before that. I don't remember when I started piano lessons. I did piano lessons too. So I'm
Okay.
happy my mom did that for me. I always like hated it at the time, but in the end I was like I'm very happy because she helped build my like foundation of music.
Right.
But then I was never like serious about it. I played the flute for a little bit in like 6th, 7th grade.
Right.
And then yeah, high school, like I was just focused on school and gymnastics. I was a competitive gymnast too. So I was like more like sports, like water skiing, gymnastics. But then when I was like 16, I was training for nationals and I competed, and then I found out I had a stress fracture in my back. So I had to quit, and then that kind of like changed my whole life plan because I was doing gymnastics for like 11 years, 12 years. So
Wow.
it
Okay.
was like I was planning to go to college for it, it was like my whole life. Like
Right. Right.
I yeah, so I was like heartbroken. I went through a lot of like mental I was struggling, I didn't know what to do like with my time, and I developed a really bad eating disorder. And that kind of was like my senior year. It
Right.
got to a point where I ended up going into a inpatient center, And while I was in there, I started doing music therapy, and I started like writing songs, writing music,
Right.
because our technology was like taken away from us. So I just like I had a piano, and I had
Mhm.
notebooks, I had journal, write lyrics, and then that's kind of where I wrote my first songs. And then when I left that and got back home, it's kind of when I was like, wow, that was like very healing, and it was like the first time I felt happy. I feel like since everything happened, and I was like, maybe this is what I should be doing. So
Right.
I kind of like changed my plan for college and decided to go for music at Columbia.
That's
Um,
what's up.
yeah, that's how it all
So
started.
you said you wrote your first lyrics, I mean your first songs there. You remember the name of your first song?
I do. It was called Reality.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, that's and you know what? That I guess you was facing your reality at the time. You get what I'm saying?
Reality.
So that
Yeah, yeah,
so do you and I don't know if this was if I've talked to so many people, so I don't know if this is do you engineer your own stuff?
yeah. I do. So
Yeah, I
I,
remember you
yeah,
said you engineer your own stuff. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Do you record at home or you go to
Yeah.
specific studios? Okay.
So I do both. Like when I was in Chicago, so I lived in Chicago for 5 years when I was doing my undergrad and my master's.
Right.
And when I was there, I had my home studio, but I also would go like so I had some friends in studios, so
Mhm.
I'd go from time to time. But I would say like the last year and a half, I really got good at teaching myself how to engineer and produce for myself. So
Yeah.
now it's like probably 90% of the time I'm doing it all myself.
What about the beats? You making the beats too?
Yeah, most of the beats. So I would say like my project, I think it's I don't know if it was like 7 songs. It was a lot of them that I did myself or
Right,
it was like
right.
co-produced. In some way I was involved in it, co-producing whatever. But now
Yeah.
I do a lot of songs where I do them all myself. I feel like the last year I've gotten so much better at doing just like everything.
So what got you into doing all that? I'm the only reason I'm asking is there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's great that you have those multiple hats, right? As an artist
Yeah.
myself, I can't stand trying to make a beat and then trying to engineer because that's really not my passion to do that. My
Yeah,
passion is to write the song, deliver the lyrics to the beat, whatever the beat's telling me. I got the
sure.
dope producer, right?
Mhm.
That's his passion. All you want to do is mold it into the song, and you got the engineer to make it sound right. So,
Right.
what got you into making sure that you can do all that on your own?
I feel like part of it is like I'm very like self-driven, and I was just like, wow, it would be so cool to just be able to say I can do all that myself. First of all,
Right.
because like there's not as many women that do it.
Mhm.
And second of all, like I was sick of just going around all men all the time. Like a lot of studios are filled with men, engineers, producers,
Right,
all
right.
that. Sometimes it's like I don't want to be around that all the time. And then I just don't like waiting on people either. So it's like, okay, if I wake up today and I have this idea come to me, like I want to be able to put it down on a song right away. So like some
Right,
days
right.
I'll wake up in the morning and I'll be like, I don't know, I'll feel really motivated and I'll just like go record a song, you
Right,
know?
right.
So it's
There's
like
nothing wrong with that. Nothing
yeah,
wrong with it at all. I commend you for being able to, I honestly I record myself here and I do it. I'm good just enough to get it to sound right. And then I'm
yeah,
sending it off to an engineer. Make that thing sound better. I
yeah,
know how you like it in order for
yeah,
me to sound the way I need it. So,
sure.
but I
I feel
definitely
that.
understand that.
I sometimes I'm like it's a lot. If like sometimes I'll get a song to a certain point and then I'll be like, I feel like I need somebody else's opinion because sometimes it's like, wow, is this good? I mean, I think it's good, but sometimes it's nice to have validation from somebody else and
Right,
like
right.
just another hand on it to make it better. So I
Nothing
I
wrong with it.
try to collab in that way too. Like I'll maybe like ask some friends for help or let's co-produce on this. Let's you know stuff like that.
Yeah. So describe your music. We talked about you engineering. We talked about you producing, but Jordyn, Jordyn, the artist. Like describe the type of music you deliver to the world.
I would say it's usually all very like relatable content. I try to think of real situations I've been through. So
Right, right,
I write. I mean, I'm always writing. I always journal every day. So a lot of my lyrics are drawn from like real situations. Um, and I think it's all just kind of like the vibe. I try to mix like the vibe of the beat with like what I'm talking about too.
Right, right,
So because I'm really into like music therapy too and like frequencies. So like try to tie it together. So like what you hear is what you feel.
right,
And yeah, so I feel like I'm giving people something to connect with, more like R&B or like chill, piano type vibe songs, guitar, like stripped back songs. Yeah.
no, I hear you. um I think the song we played on the radio station, I believe, is called Recents,
Yeah.
right? Describe that song to the people,
Yeah.
just and the concept behind it.
Yeah, so Recent, one of my favorite songs probably ever wrote. Um, so it's basically like I was at the gym one day and I was just like looking at my phone and I was like realizing that this person I used to talk to wasn't on my recent calls anymore or like in my texts, like they weren't pinned at the top and I was just like
Right,
sad. So, I was like, your name keeps going further down the recents on my phone, no longer pinned to the top. Like, never missed your calls. Now I miss them all the time. And I
right,
was just like going off on it. And then I think I got into a studio a little bit later. That one I didn't record myself. That one somebody else did. I kind of helped, like, you know, make the touches on it and make it what
right,
it is. But that one somebody else did. And that's not my beat on that one either. But yeah, we got into the studio and it like felt like magic because I was able to just like feel it on that beat and it just felt like it connected so well. And yeah, it was like a chills moment.
definitely, definitely. I like songs like that'll be able to tell that story. You get what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
it's definitely cool to see that and hear that. Um,
for sure.
what would you say is matter of fact, not even that. Have you had the opportunity to perform recently, and and talk to me about that experience, or just at all? Like, what is the perform? When you perform in front of people, what is that experience like for you?
So I did have one performance in Milwaukee with some friends. It was like very, very low key.
Okay,
Like it was at the Trade Hotel. It was like a very small, more like upscale
impromptu
bar.
thing. Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yeah, but it was fun. It was my friend Charlie was, like, playing guitar to Recents. He added some, like, riffs on it, and I was just, sitting with the mic, and it was fun. It felt, like, peaceful, relaxing. I haven't performed a lot, though, I'll be honest. Like, I haven't had a lot of performance opportunities, or maybe I just haven't taken them when I should.
yeah, definitely, definitely. I
No.
mean, put yourself, out there for the people to really see what you got going on. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And especially if you're a little shy with it, it gives you the opportunity to really practice in
for
front of
sure.
those audiences. So when you get in front of those real big audiences, you already prepared for it. You get
Right,
what
and
I'm saying?
I started DJing actually, like, probably, like, a month or so ago.
Really?
So,
Okay.
I've been doing a lot of DJing with, like, bigger, like, bars and clubs, and I've been trying to, like, think of ways I can work my own songs into my mixes and remix and, like, if it fits the vibe of what the room is. So I'm working on that now too, and I really like that, so
So how long you been DJing? You can't just breeze past that part. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how long you been DJing?
So I just started, like, a couple months ago. I was like, it would be so cool to be, like, also a female DJ because my
Right,
city doesn't really have any also like, there's none here.
right,
So, I was like, "Okay, it's a lot of opportunity for it. There's a wide
right,
open
right,
market,
right,
so let's do it." And
right,
I was just like, "Yeah, I wanna learn," and, like, being able to remix and get your songs, like, club mixes is, like, so crucial, I feel like, to get, you know I don't know, just, like, dropping, like, 5 different versions of a song, like, sped
right,
up, slowed
right,
down,
right,
EDM, like so I was like, DJing would be a good step to get there. So,
right,
I
right,
I feel like I'm a beginner still,
right.
but I have opportunities now that are kinda, like, making me learn, making me go harder at it so I can get to, like, where I wanna be.
So you getting booked to DJ in different venues?
Yeah, yeah, just around,
That's
like,
what's up.
bars here, yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. You know what I mean? That one that'll bring you more business, and two, that's you got an open market of people that just love music that you can just throw your
Right.
music in there and they say, "Oh, I never heard that before. Who's that?" That's
Mhm.
me. you know,
Right, right,
you
right.
know, so that's definitely dope. Now that you in it, do you enjoy it as much as you're an engineer, producer, artist? Like, is that something
Yeah.
that you're like, okay,
I
cool.
feel like I like it more
Yeah.
because like it's just a way to be social and like have fun but also be working at the same time, which I love
Right,
because I I try not to go out anymore unless it's like work related. Like
right, right.
I'm helping a friend that yeah, it's like I'm DJing, I'm helping a friend out. So it feels like a good way to like be social, like show my music, like have fun and like build my name at the same time in a different way. So
Okay, so what equipment what equipment you taking into the what's the name of the turntables that you got? I know you got the good equipment. Like what
I I use a new mark right now, but I
okay.
just ordered a what is it? The CD XDJ, one of the XDJ Pioneer boards that's like really big. So I'm
Very,
really,
very
really, really excited to
really
learn that.
excited, really excited. I definitely hear
Yeah.
you on that. I know YouTube and some other people, you know what I mean, can really show you some different tricks and things like that. You said there's no
Mhm.
real DJs there, but I know you'll be able to network and really turn that into your thing. So
Yeah.
do you have a specific DJ name or you just go by your name
I
like
just go by my artist name, Jordyn Marlys, because I was like, I feel like it should be the same so like people
across the
connect the
board?
two.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right,
Yeah.
right, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you got a project coming? I know you said you got you produce your own songs and you got
Yeah.
projects, things like that. So anything coming, anything out we need to know about?
I have so many songs like in my notes right now that are finished. I just haven't done anything with them yet. I want to do
Okay.
another project, but I think I'm gonna focus on releasing some singles for a while and just kind of do that for a little bit until I
Right.
grow my audience a little bit more. Yeah, I think hopefully I will be releasing a single within the next couple months, probably
Okay.
maybe like 2 months, because I have a song done that I really want to release. I just got to make it happen. So
No, I feel you. I feel
very
you.
soon.
Are you with any type of company? Like you signed to anybody or anybody that that's working with you as a team, from a team situation?
Yeah, so I have distribution contract signed with I Swim with Sharks. So technically now it's like Rock Nation Distribution is
Right,
our
right.
deal 'cause we had EQ and now it's so Rock Nation
Definitely.
through them.
How
Yeah.
did you get involved with them?
So I met Andre probably 2022, I think.
Okay.
He came across, I think some people sent him my music on Instagram, and we had a couple mutuals, and we met up in Chicago, and like he heard some of my music, and he's like, "We'll make a project, and we'll see." And so I made a project, and then showed him, and he's like, "Yeah, let's do it." So
Yeah.
we got along, and we were both like talking about how we can make this work, and he was excited to work with me and help me, bring a lot of connections for me, and since then, we've been working together. He's been helping me open doors
Right,
and
right, right.
kind of get myself going, you know.
Definitely, definitely. Well, definitely keep doing your thing. What do you feel like is the biggest lesson you've learned over this time? You've seen the music business from different angles as an artist, as a
Mhm.
producer, engineer, now a DJ. You played instruments. You're writing directly in books and things like that. Like I know you had to see the music business in different angles and learn different
Yeah.
things. So, what do you feel like is the biggest lesson you got out of that?
I feel like so many, honestly. I was fortunate that I went to school for music because I think it kind of put me in a place to like have more knowledge about certain situations as far as the music business and like
Right,
contracts and deals and all that and what to stay away from,
right,
but I've
right,
learned it's a hard industry. Like there's always gonna be people that are, maybe trying to take from you in ways, and like I just feel like I always have my guard up and like what do people really want from me if they're working with me,
right.
Do they really have the best interest for my career? Are they gonna help me? Like are we mutually benefiting each other in this way? And just like trying to protect my own energy and my own craft too, because
Right.
you know I don't want anyone to steal my craft, my things like that. It's like if I'm working with somebody, it's because we trust each other, we can work together. I feel safe in that environment. So
Right, right, right. Is
yeah.
there specific people that you look up to musically?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I've been a Russ fan my whole like high school into I don't know how
Just you were
young I was.
introduced to them? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love Russ just because he does everything himself. I like a lot of artists that do a lot themselves. Like they're
Right,
very self motivated. They don't like go up to industry standards. They're like, okay, I'm gonna do this myself. I'm gonna work hard. And I love Billie Eilish because she does a lot herself,
right.
producing with her brother, and I think that's super cool.
Yeah,
Um,
that's real dope. That's real
yeah.
dope. Um, one question we always like to ask is what do you feel like your definition of grind is?
Ooh. I feel like grind is pushing yourself past comfortable.
Right.
Yeah, to get to where you want. So,
That makes sense. That
yeah.
makes sense. I think it's important to push yourself past comfortable because
Yeah.
the only way you're gonna really the only way you really gonna expand, right? The only way you really gonna take things to another level is if you get past that comfortability, right? You take that
Yeah.
challenge and things like that. So, you know what I mean? I think that's important
Mhm.
in order to grow. So, that's definitely dope. Um, what else you got going on? I know there's other stuff you want to get into. I know outside of it, besides music, is there anything else that you want to tap into?
Yeah, so I feel like my life is like I have so many random things going on, but I'm a yoga instructor and I've been getting into I coach at a gym here,
Okay.
but I also try to do some like of my own sessions like in my backyard by my lake, do different lake things. And I kind of want to do like a DJ yoga event soon.
That would be
Maybe
dope.
collab with some other instructors, and then I can help DJ it. So I'm trying to like connect everything in my life, and
Right.
that's one of the things I'm trying to tie in because like athletics and being active is important to me. So
Right.
yeah, trying to connect it, and like the gym I go to also they're having me DJ an event for them in November. We're doing like a
Yeah.
yoga DJ thing there, so
That's what's
stuff
up.
like that I'm excited about.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and that's what's up. The fact is that you're always combining the music and the things that you do.
Yeah,
So
right, right.
that's definitely a good thing to see and hear.
Yeah.
Okay, so let the people know where they can find you. Jordyn, I know you everywhere, so let the people know where they can find you.
Yes, I've been trying to do a lot of TikTok lately too. So I finally got my account like popping a little bit. So
Okay, cool.
definitely tap in. It's all the same. All my socials are under my name, just and Jordyn Marlys. That's my first and middle name. So
Okay.
you'll find me on everything at Jordyn Marlys.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna make sure when we do some clips that we put some on TikTok so we can tag you, so
For
you
sure.
can see it and repost it and all that good stuff. Because you definitely talked about some great things. I want people to hear that. Any shout outs you want to give to the people? Anything else you want to say? Make sure that everybody know.
Shout out to everybody supporting me. I feel like my family, my friends, everyone out there that's been
Yeah,
with me through it all. It's been like tough couple years with some ups and downs. So just keep doing you, and thank you for helping me do me.
yeah,
So
yeah. With the
yeah.
ups and downs that you've been through, how do you stay motivated?
Um, so I feel like some days it's harder than others. Like
Right,
some days I wake up and I'm like, oh, it's a hard day. But I make a list every single day when I wake up from like I make a very structured time list of my day. So I'll say like
right,
8 a.m. wake up, 8:10 drink coffee. Like I do it very detailed. And honestly that pushes me through like every day to just
right,
like
right.
get through it. It's at least if it's like I include a little bit less this day because I don't feel good or I'm not motivated. It's okay. I'll transition. I'll shift. I'll maybe take it as a self care day, and I'll still write it down and cross it off so I feel good.
You know what? I feel you. You know what I mean? When you're not motivated, stay consistent. And
Yeah,
that way, the consistency will you'll thank yourself later. So
exactly. That's
you
what
know,
I'm trying to do. I mean, like that's what I did. Have been doing on my socials, like posting every day for the last I don't know if it's been like a month or a month and a half, and it finally was like starting to show like progress. But it
Right,
took so much effort to like get up and be like, okay, today I have to take these 4 videos so that I can
right,
post them these days at this time.
right, right,
But
right.
staying consistent with it and like moving with the momentum that you have going is like the easiest way to keep going.
Definitely. Well, Jordyn, I appreciate you taking the time out with us. You get what I'm saying? You know, it's just, you know, we gotta you definitely a dope artist. Shout out to everybody supporting you, everybody tuning in. You know, and we'll talk to you soon. Enjoy the rest of your day.